Good morning. You are welcome to my YouTube channel Exam Preparation. Dear students of grade 7, today we are going to study and discuss Unit 10. So getting started. So look at the signs below. What do you think they mean? Talk to your friends. I think, dear students, you might have seen such signs. So the number one, you can see a dog and you can see that no pets or no dog. Or you can write a sentence like this: taking or walking a dog is prohibited in the area. Taking or walking a dog is not allowed in the area. This means. Second picture, see, you can see two men. They are far from each other. So you can see physical contact is to be avoided here, or keep a physical distance. You can see keep a physical distance. Third picture, you can see, okay, no smoking, or you can say smoking is strictly prohibited in this area. Smoking is strictly forbidden in this area. And fourth picture means, okay, you can say silence please, or speaking is not allowed here. Shouting is not allowed here, or no sound, no smoking. Shouting or speaking aloud is not allowed here. Silence please, we can see. Now listen and sing. Look at this. I couldn't see, now I can. I won't listen, now I will. He may seem happy, but he might be sad. You ought to be kind, you should do your best. Can and could, will and would, may and might, ought to and should. You don't have to walk, no you needn't. Because I'm able to drive, yes I can. We have to, we must obey the traffic lights. We have to or we must obey the traffic lights. We can go on green, but we mustn't on red. Don't have to and needn't, able to and can, have to and mustn't and can't. So in this song, we know the use of modal auxiliaries. So here ought to and should, they mean the same thing. Okay, ought to and should, they mean the same thing. In the same way, may and might, almost they are the same thing. They mean the same. You don't have to walk means no, it means you need to walk. And I am able means I am, means here I am able means I am able to drive means I can drive. So we have to and we must. We have to obey or we must obey. Both mean the same. Okay, don't have to, also it's the meaning is similar to need not. And able to and can, they mean the same. You have to, must not and can, they mean the same. So in this poem we have understood the use of auxiliaries, modal auxiliaries. Now next, so reading 1, answer the following questions. So what is the text below about? What have you heard of COVID-19? What have you heard? So now the text is about COVID-19. You can see here, this is about COVID-19, and I think you must have heard. I think we all have heard about COVID-19, and we know that it was a pandemic, and it is transmitted from one to another. This is okay. We'll know more about COVID-19, and we'll know the safety measures. So what to do if someone is sick in your household? What to do? What can we do if someone suffers from disease like COVID-19? What can we do? So her life has to continue even where COVID-19 is spreading. So okay, despite COVID-19, we have to do our daily activities and life has to continue. Now, how to stay safe? So we will know the safety measures here. The first one is isolate the sick person. When someone is sick, when someone suffers from COVID-19 or similar disease, similar contagious or similar communicable disease. So prepare a separate room or isolated space and keep distance from others. So we have to keep the patient in an isolated space, isolated room, in a separate room. It means, and we should keep a distance from such sick people. Second one, keep the room well ventilated. So don't close the windows. We should keep the windows open because oxygen is necessary. Too much sufficient oxygen is necessary for those sick people. So we should keep the room well ventilated, open the windows frequently. Now, second measure, second precaution, or a second, let's say, next idea is reduce contact with the virus. So try to reduce contact with the virus means we should try to control ourselves from being infected, being contaminated from the virus. So identify one household member to be the contact person who is not at high risk and has the fewest contacts with people outside. So try to find, try to know, try to identify one member from the family to be the contact person, and the person should not be at high risk means the people who are children, especially children and aged people, old people are at high risk. So we have to choose one young one, let's say adult one, a person who has the most immunity power is a contact person. Wear a medical mask if he's in the same room as the sick person. So we must wear medical masks if we have to stay, if we should live in the same room in which where the sick people lives. Use separate dishes, cups, eating utensils, and bedding room the sick person. So here we should use separate dishes, means separate pots, cups, eating utensils, eating other spoon and other materials, and bedding from the sick person. So we should use separate bed as well. Okay, and we should try to be away from. We should try to have a distance, and we should try to use our own things and pots and other dishes. Third safety measure is monitor the sick person, take care of the sick person. How to take care of sick person? So we should monitor the sick person's symptoms regularly. So we should ensure whether we should know about the condition of the sick person, and we should regularly check the sick person's symptoms. Pay special attention if the person is at high risk for serious illness. The sick person may suffer from and can have other serious problems, can have other serious illness, illness. So we should be very careful about such things. Ensure the sick person rest and stay hydrated. So sick person should be given sufficient enough rest and should be given enough water, juice, etc. Next, now see, call your healthcare provider immediately, doctor or any health worker, if you see any of this danger signs. So if we find such symptoms, signs, difficult breathing, if the patient has difficulty breathing, if the patient has confusion, if the patient has a loss of speech or mobility, chest pain, we should immediately call the doctor or health worker. So danger signs are there. Danger sign means confusion, chest pain, high fever, frequent difficulty breathing, okay, and too much tiredness. So these are the high risks. Now remember, so when we sneeze, or we have to follow these things to be safe from COVID-19, and we should follow these measures. So first one is we should keep a physical distance from other people. Try to keep a physical distance. Second one, we should wash our hands regularly with soap, or we should use sanitizer frequently. Third one is we should we should not touch our nose and mouth with our fingers. We should use our elbow when we cough or sneeze. And next one is we should wear a mask regularly, and we should open our room. We should open the windows of our room, or we should keep our room well ventilated. So know your risks, lower your risks. These are the safety measures published by World Health Organization (WHO). Now, dear students, now let's match the word with their meanings. Isolated. So what is this? So I will match it. Look at this. Isolated means here, away from others. Isolated, away from others. Now ventilated, yes, allowed fresh air to enter and move around a room. Disinfect, to clean something using a substance that kills bacteria. Symptoms, so changes in your body or mind that show that you are not healthy. Hydrated, hydrated means so made somebody take in and hold water. Utensils means devices or tools used in the kitchen. Utensils. Now let's do the remaining exercise, dear students. So how should a sick person be isolated? So we have read a sick person should be kept in a separate room. We have read this one. Now let's read. Let's know it. The sick person should be kept in an isolated or separate room. Away from others. In this way you can write. A sick person should be isolated, should be kept in a separate room, in a single room, away from others. What should the isolation room be like? The isolation room should be well ventilated. The isolation room should be well ventilated. Now see, how can you protect yourself if you and the sick person are in the same room? So we should wear masks regularly. We should wear medical masks regularly. When should the surface be clean? The surface should be clean time and again. The surface should be clean whenever the sick person use the surface, when the sick person touch the surface. So it means the surface should be cleaned frequently. What are the serious symptoms of COVID-19? Difficulty breathing. Okay, you can write difficulty breathing and confusion. So we have read, okay, difficulty breathing, confusion, chest pain, and loss of speech. These are the serious symptoms of COVID-19. So what three things should be done if somebody is sick in your household? So we have read that the three things we can do. Okay, see, so wear a medical mask, use separate discs, clean and disinfect frequently touch surfaces. You can see these are three things, or we can see these all three: isolate the sick person, reduce the contact with the virus, take care of the sick person. These three things we should follow. Next one, we have prepared the brochure. World Health Organization brochure means the piece of information that we have just read. This is called brochure. Brochure. The whole thing is an example of brochure. This is prepared by World Health Organization. So communicate the 5 safety measures of COVID-19 to your friend. The number one is keep a distance, keep a physical distance. The second one is wear a medical mask. Third one is wash your hands properly, wash your hands regularly. So these are the measures. Now we have to pronounce the words. So the first one is antibody, contact, trace, isolate, coronavirus, epidemic, pandemic, immunity, hygiene, sanitize.